Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful like Akim pushing this word with truth and sincerity, and Shalom to the Bayath, Shah Dawadah, the house of David, the men, women, children, listening and learning. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are the Israelites, God's chosen people of the Bible. This includes the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigner, who may look like the heathen, act like the heathen, but their father's line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, where the promise was given to Jacob, who was surnamed Israel. All right. This is the brother Karatazah of Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp, coming back to you with another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying. I'm get into this article from CNN. It says a long-awaited ceasefire has finally begun in Gaza. Here's what we know. It is dated 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, January 19th, which is today. Pretty much just bringing this out because this is the time of peace and safety. All right. But even to this time, you had these devils, all right, the Israeli military attacking Palestine. All right, even when negotiations and talks about the ceasefire were even, when they were being discussed. Another article I had seen, that I had it. I might even find it, during this lesson, so that they ramped up the the attacks. All right. If not, who is he? Right. Referring to the book of Job 9 and 24. So I'm going to read a little portion of this article. Let me see where I want to start. All right, I don't care too much about the hostage exchange. I'm just really bringing this out to show this devil's wickedness. All right, and how he maneuvers. It says what's happening on Sunday. It says the ceasefire was due to begin at 8:30 a.m. local time in Gaza on Sunday, but was delayed nearly 3 hours after Israel said Hamas had not delivered the names of the first 3 hostages to be released. Hamas blamed a technical holdup. The truce eventually began at 11:15, 4:15 Eastern Time. It says Israel's military continued to pound northern and central Gaza during the delay. At least 19 Palestinians were killed and 36 others were wounded in strikes Sunday morning. According to Gaza Civil Defense, Israel's military said it had struck, I'm going to make sure I censor myself, the T targets. Okay, we know what those T's are. I just highlighted it. The era. Okay, and that's pretty much the point I wanted to bring out, man. Look how this devil maneuver. Up until Sunday morning, he was, and they had justifications for those strikes. All right, they already had the excuse, all right, of why they did it. Let's actually go to that other. Let's see if I can find that other. There we go. This is from NBC. I'm gonna just read the title. This is from a couple days ago. Let me see, June 17th. Israel ramps up deadly airstrikes on Gaza after ceasefire deal is reached. Okay. Let's get this in the book of Psalms, because the scriptures show you who the wicked is, how they act. Okay, characteristic traits of the wicked. that they will be exposed, and Yahweh Bashim Yahshai will cast judgment upon them. This is Psalm 55:20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Okay, so they were, they had their oppositions at this moment in the middle, in the so-called Middle East, talking, considering peace talks, which they went into play today, right? They went into full effect. But up until that time, they were still, hitting them with airstrikes, still, putting to sleep people that they were in negotiations of peace. Okay? He hath broken his covenant, which, as you see in the NLT, it says promises. So we'll see how long this peace talk lasts. And actually, I'm going to bring this other part for information. I don't think I read it. Somewhere in this article, it says how long. Yep. How will phase 1 of the deal work? The first phase will last 6 weeks. I wonder if there's any spiritual or any reason for why they came up with 6 weeks. And we'll see the staggered release of 33 Israeli hostages. And we know those numbers, okay, have, certain correlations, which I'm not going to get into. But it's very peculiar to me that there's 33 hostages and this first phase of peace is 6 weeks long. Okay? It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. We'll see if that's an omen, or foreshadowing or a sign on the left-hand side. If that's 6 and 33. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? So he was speaking this of peace, but yet he was still hitting Palestine with airstrikes, right? His words were softer than oil, yet they drawn swords. All right. So there you have it. Though he talks of peace, he'll still stab you with his sword. He'll still drop a bomb on your ass. The Lord's going to judge him for that. Most, for the wickedness he's pushed out in this world. But that proves who this devil is, man. That just shows you. And the Lord said at the end times, hey, we're going to see who the devil, and we're going to see him for who he truly is. It's 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. We know that as 70 AD for context clues, the diaspora, the scattering of and the destroying. The scattering of the Israelites after the destruction of the temple, all right, from that what is known as the Roman-Jewish War. All right. Or 70 AD. Okay? Because there's really, that ish really is speaking of the Israelites. It says, so after that falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. Who's the man of sin? Esau, Edom. It says, the son of perdition. Son of perdition meaning set aside for judgment or destruction. Okay? So he will be revealed. Okay? He's being revealed through his wickedness. He's being revealed by the deeds he's putting out in the world. Okay? His acts. Let's go here. Ezekiel 35:5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. And we know that perpetual hatred that Esau Edom has had is towards his brother Israel, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, will I prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. See, that how this devil moves. His blessing is a sword, but everything he gets is through the sword. Okay. So his, bloodthirst and conquering other nations, just, it doesn't just belong to Israel, even though Israel is at the top of his hit list. The Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, is who Esau seeks to destroy, all right, and keep low. But that we can use what's going on in the so-called Middle East as an example of that bloodshed. All right, and this devil is getting judged for everything that he has done under the sun. Okay, let's actually go. See if this is what I was thinking of. Yeah. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. All right. That proud man is Esau Edom. All right, and he has no uprightness in him. Yea, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right, he's always going into other. Hey, they really not. They don't really, have rights to that land, yet they're there. Okay, and that's scriptural too, because the Lord gave them that land temporarily, so that they will inhabit that land. But it truly belongs to the Israelites. All right, both of those nations there don't belong to it, but this is an example of what this devil does. Alexander the Greek, they oppress a person's heritage, as it says in the book of Micah. It says, neither keepeth at home. The scriptures describe this man as a vagabond, a wanderer, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay. And he transgresses by one way. The mainstream media or mainstream news, portray, would give that excuse of the T era. That's why we needed to constantly hit them until the ceasefire actually went into play, because we had T era threats that we needed to handle. All right, and the mainstream news, they portray like they can do no wrong. All right, and we've seen that. I've seen in America always gonna do as these small hats, whatever they want, because they have that agreement. I've seen a bumper sticker, on a veteran, not to ramble, but a bumper sticker of an old veteran driving his truck, and it said, pretty much it was a handshake, an American hand shaking Israel, and saying that we will stand together. the least of the flock shall draw them out. At the end of the day, the Lord is going to destroy the wicked. This is the book of Psalm 5 and 6. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. You know, who's speaking leasing? The rulers of this world, the wicked, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. The Lord, Yahweh, will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. All right, he don't like them. For Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Got one more and we're going to close out. And judgment will go forth, you know. You will not get away. This is Nahum chapter 1 and verse 2. The Most High is jealous, and Yahweh revengeth. The Lord Yahweh revengeth and is furious. Yahweh will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. So you bound to get it, man. Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. All right. Completely doing away with this, government, this beast system. So he will not acquit the wicked. In the NLT, it says Yahweh is slow to anger, to get angry, but his power is great, and he never lets the guilty go unpunished. He displays his power in the whirlwind. And what's that whirlwind? That could be likened to a chariot of Israel. And the storm, all right, the billowing clouds are the dust beneath his feet. As we know, hey, that's, complete destruction. When a city is torn down, all right, and all you see is the rubble. Hey, there was a look at the picture of it, The Lord's doing it already, but even more so before the cleansing the land, even more so before his people come back, which are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, it says he'll pull that stranger back into that land. All right. So Lord willing, this has been an edifying lesson. Just again, identifying characteristics of the wicked, linking them, to the so-called white man today by their actions and the things going on in the world, man. As it says in Job 9 and 24, man, it says if the hand of the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked, if not where and who is he? So with that, I say shalom.